So having APD, you didn't like the lunchrooms. Why you didn't like lunchrooms?
I didn't like the lunchroom because you're really crazy with everybody moving around. And like if my friend was talking to me, I couldn't understand them, so I just like nod my head to them. And I usually liked when lunch was over because I didn't like it was like too crazy. It was like a crazy environment.
So you was like relieved. So like you was ready to just like eat and get out of there. Like you was
Yes.
not. Um, so another question that was asked is, what kind of like sports or activities somebody can do with doing APD?
So the activity I'm doing right now is dancing, and all you have to like. So you can either do dancing. I would recommend band, choir. I know choir has a lot of like hearing things you have to do, but it's really easy if you just keep trying, even if you don't think you're doing well.
So like sports. So when you think about like basketball or football or volleyball or
Um,
golf, like what kind of sports you think?
you can do kickball actually because it's easier for you to do. All you have to do is take this, kick the ball, and then run to another base.
So you wouldn't think something like basketball or football would be good with a person with APD. Why is that?
I when I was in PE, we had to do football. I wasn't really good at because I would get distracted on something else, and then the football would come at me.
And what about like the loud whistle blowing? That probably wasn't good either, huh? Like when they blow the whistle or something.
Cause she would, I wouldn't know when she was about to blow the whistle because she would have it in her mouth before she blows it. Then I would cover my ears.
So like loud whistle blowing would hurt your ears.
Hmm.
So can you like explain what does it sound like when you hear? Like what you explained to me one time that it sounds like a tunnel. So can you explain that again?
It sounds like a tunnel because, like, when you're in a tunnel, you don't hear anything else. It's like your ears are popped and you only hear one person talking, and you want to listen to everybody else, but you can't.
Okay. So when you go through a day of school, um, you're always tired. Why do you think is that?
Because I was tired, like, because there was like nothing really quiet happening except for reading, and I wanted to come home, go to sleep, and quiet.
So do you think your brain just tired after a long day? Like it's like is it because when you have a long day of loud noise, does that make you tired or you think just going through the lunchroom, going through the teacher talking, PE, that makes you tired? Like what do you think makes you tired?
Um, it's just I will come home tired because I'm tired of like all the talking. I just want to be in silence.
Oh. So so do you think people with APD um read lips?
Sometimes I actually do. It's kind of easier because you understand what that person says. But if you don't, just like try to like just look at them. I know it would be weird if you just look at the adult that's speaking, but it helps you to comprehend what they're saying if you just look at them when they're talking.
So you like when you playing with your friends, do you usually like just look at what they're doing so you can know how to play with them?
Yes, so like for recess, if we were playing Foursquare, I would just if I didn't know how to play Foursquare, I would just look at the person that's playing it, and then I would know how to do it.
So that's why dance is a good thing because you're just mimicking what the teacher doing.
Yes, but sometimes she does it without us. So I would like look at other people that's like in front of me, then I would mimic them.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So, like another question that was asked was you don't like most parents want teachers to pull their kids out for testing or for reading and stuff like that. Do you recommend that?
Sometimes I do because if people keep talking, if they don't want to listen to the teacher and they just start talking after they test, and you're like the last one taking a test, and everyone's talking, making noise and stuff, it will be recommended for you to go out the classroom into a quiet environment because you won't be able to do anything. You'll just want to rush and talk to your friends too.
Oh, so when me as your mom and trying to understand APD, I go by the accommodations that I see online or by the doctor. But what is the accommodations that you think you need? Like what accommodations, what requests would do you think that people with APD would need? Like what kind of special treatment do you think that people with APD need?
That to for the teachers to look, if like you don't understand something, to raise your hand and to ask a lot of questions if you don't get it, or to just raise your hand and ask a lot of questions.
What about sitting close to?
Yes, you will have to sit close to the next to the teacher. I know every student doesn't like to sit next to the teacher, but it's really helpful because if you don't get it, she'll just be next to you.
So, what another accommodation is the FM system. Do you recommend the FM system?
No, because everyone else will be asking questions, and you don't. I feel like people will be like talking behind your back or trying to use it, and sometimes the teacher drop it, and it really hurts your ear and gives you a bad headache. So I don't recommend it because it's not wireless either. So even if it was a wireless, I still wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, okay. What about um so you don't recommend the FM system?
No, if it really helps you and you really need it, I recommend it. But sometimes I wouldn't recommend it because people will be loud and talking, and sometimes it can pick up the noise in the background.
So, do you think that once teachers find out you have APD, they treat you different?
I would not like other teachers to treat me different, like talk slow and making the other class wait for me because they'll be like picking on me. Like she has to go slow because she has hearing problems. Like I would try to keep up with the teacher, even if she's still talking fast. I would just like if I didn't understand anything she just said after class, I would go during recess or lunchtime and go with her and talk to her what we just did today.
Okay. So, what about medicine? Because you take medicine. So, do you recommend other people with APD to take medicine?
I mean, if you're really young, I wouldn't want to take medicine to help you.
What about your age? Somebody your
Yes.
age?
I recommend to take medicine if you're my age because it helps you block out the noise that like if you are reading and a lot of people are talking, it can just you can like zone into your book. And like if you don't take it, it's really hard to take it because if you take it and you don't take it the next day, it's bad because you get headaches still and like everything will be louder than you expect.
So today you didn't take the medicine. So your day to day,
Was really stressful. I didn't like it. I wanted to come home. I didn't like it at all.
because it was just really noisy today. So you would recommend, medicine if they need to take it. You would recommend, so you do recommend getting pulled out for testing or no?
I mean, it's a yes and no question because if other people are talking, it makes you want to talk to other people too. Then you would, then the teacher will think since the teacher will think that you're cheating, and nobody wants to get a 0 for the test. So yes, I recommend you to get pulled out, but no, I don't recommend you to get pulled out because everyone would still think that you have to get pulled out because you have hearing problems.
So do you think you have a hearing problem? So that's good. So even though you have APD,
I don't think it's really a disorder or a problem. I think it's just like a side effect that I had, that I still have, but
so if you tell somebody I have APD, but I don't have a problem.
mm-hmm.
So that's our question and answer. And if you have any more questions, please comment on the video below
And give a like.
and subscribe. And let me know any other questions or concerns. And Miss Makaya will answer them on her side of it, and I will answer it on my side of it of being a parent. This is our life with APD.